Sis, own your power. Heal up, boss up, speak up. Challenges women to remove the mask of perfection and reclaim their voice, peace, and purpose.
Licensed marriage and family therapist and author Ronika Cotton joins us now to share ways women can navigate burnout, anxiety, and unspoken trauma. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
What is that unspoken trauma you think so many women are dealing with that they don't talk about?
So some of the unspoken trauma that they don't talk about would be like leading a team while battling depression, grieving like a miscarriage or a family member going through a divorce, or just having a stressful home life. Some would be even being loyal to a company or organization that doesn't even value them, or yet alone may have discarded them without any warning. Another one would be silently, dimming down, I should say, in male-dominated spaces in order to keep the peace, and grieving parts of themselves that they've lost because they've been trying to do and be everything for everyone.
So if you're in a situation like that, or working for a company that doesn't encourage or embrace people to speak up and use their voice, how do you advise people to move forward in those types of situations?
Well, I would recommend, one, if you don't have that, go to therapy. That also helps. Like, it helps you find your voice. Knowing your worth also helps as well. But also talking to management, like, it really, really helps. HR helps. So yeah, those are the main things.
You say healing up. What does healing up look like?
So healing ups mean like you stop pretending or faking like everything is okay. And then you just realize like, okay, I need to do what I need to do. It could also consist of removing a mask, because a lot of women in leadership wear a mask. We pretend like everything is okay. So that would be healing up. Going to therapy, working through that unspoken trauma, being authentic, allowing yourself to be vulnerable. Those are the ways of us healing up.
Why did you want to write this book?
I wanted to write this book because I, in leadership, went through some trauma. So my trauma consisted of, not having lack of support. The work environment was very toxic. Like, behind closed doors or behind that mask, I was on the verge of depression, and nobody even knew it because I walk around and, like other women, walk around with that smile as if everything is okay.
Were you a therapist at the time?
I was.
Okay. And that's interesting, because a lot of people think therapists have all the answers and that they know how to handle when they come across situations like this.
But therapists are people too. So I always recommend that therapists also have their own therapist as well. But I went to therapy, I worked through that. And my therapist even reminded me too, like, even in these toxic environments, you're not stuck. And I think sometimes we think that we're stuck and we're really not.
Yeah, what do you do if you feel like you can't speak up or you're not going to be heard? And how do you regain your power in that space when you don't feel like you're getting your voice across?
Well, if you don't feel like you're getting your voice across, I would say, one, definitely, I can always go back to therapy because therapy helps.
Yeah.
It helps you identify what are those barriers that's preventing you from speaking up. Like, so for example, there might be some like unspoken trauma again that I haven't, dealt with that's preventing me from speaking up.
Is there a point, because you are finding your voice and you're speaking up, that you need to be willing to walk away from that job?
Absolutely. I always tell people, like, if there's disrespect at the table that you're at, walk away. Find an exit strategy. You don't have to stay there.
I would imagine that's something that you wouldn't advise them to do right away, but after therapy for a while to kind of figure out where they are in the space.
Absolutely. After therapy for a while, you would definitely do that. But even in therapy, your therapist can help you create exit strategies. Because you don't want to just get up and leave.
Right.
That's a source of income.
That's another set of anxiety you're bringing on yourself right
for
there.
Sure.
Yeah.
So you're saying that even people who are in charge, people who are running departments, who are leading teams, who are running companies, are experiencing situations where they feel like they're hiding their true selves?
They are. They're bleeding behind these titles. Like, rarely do we have people ask them, how are you doing? Like, what's going on behind those titles? So Definitely.
All right, thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
For more information, visit mihlovef.com.